Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a DIY video on the decorations as well as the tutu that I did for Penelope's birthday party. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing I'll be showing you is this ribbon banner with the one that I put on her high chair. For that, you just need some scissors, a small ribbon or piece of string or fish line, whatever you want, and then just different color ribbon. I like to use different colors, different sizes, just to give it a little more dimension. I did end up adding more than these, but these are all from Hobby Lobby and I got them all for 50% off. So I think it was like $1.50 a roll. So it was really inexpensive, and her birthday party was unicorn, so I just stuck to rainbow colors. So the first thing you're going to want to do is cut out all your ribbon, which I obviously already did. I cut out 18-inch pieces, and that's because you will be folding them in half. However, you could pick the length that you want. This is just the length that I wanted my banner to end up, and the reason why I'm folding them in half is just so I have a more fuller and prettier banner. So once you have all your pieces of ribbon cut out, you're going to go ahead and cut your piece of string or ribbon or fish line, whatever you're going to use to put the ribbon on. You're going to cut that out to the measurement that you need to go around your high chair. And it doesn't really matter what you use. I have this one that I purchased at Target because I thought it was cute, but it doesn't really show much, and it would have been much easier if I had a smoother piece of material. But this is what I had, so this is what we're working with. So now let me just try to explain to you how I did this. I hope you guys could follow along with the video. Okay, so all you're pretty much doing is grabbing your ribbon, folding it in half, and the little ear part or folded part you're gonna put over the string, and then you're just gonna bring the two loose ends through that loop and then just pull it. It is easier if you hang your string from somewhere, just because it'll be easier just to like pull it back and have it in place, but I couldn't figure out where to hang it from. So if you have some chairs that you could hang it from or something like that, go ahead and do that. But the first couple ones are the hardest ones. Then once you get a hang of it and it's fuller, it's just way easier. This is all you're going to do for the next few minutes. I did this throughout a couple of nights, just hanging out, watching TV. I will just put my ribbons on here. As far as the layout and colors, you could go ahead and pick whatever you want. However, I do suggest just picking a pattern and then follow that pattern all through your banner. So for example, if you're gonna do yellow, pink, and black, then just follow that pattern all through your banner, just so it looks nice and uniform. But then again, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. I'm just very OCD, so it was a must for me. Also, you just want to make sure that you are just pulling the ribbon through the same way, just so you have the same type of fold on your top, and they're not just going all different ways. Other than that, there's not much more I could tell you. You're just gonna go ahead and follow this pattern and this folding technique all the way until you have the desired amount you need to cover your high chair. I really love these ribbon banners to decorate nurseries as well, or to decorate any type of party, just because they are so inexpensive to make and they just look really cute hanging from any wall. Once I was done placing all the ribbon and the banner was done, I went ahead and I hung it from the high chair, and then I purchased this glittery one from Hobby Lobby, and it already came on a string, so all I did was tie that to the banner and then I was all done. Don't mind my little dancing moves, I was just being a clown as usual. Next, I'm going to be showing you how I made Penelope's tutu, which was so simple and I absolutely love the way it turned out. For that, I used this 6-inch rolls of tulle that I purchased at Hobby Lobby. They were 50% off, so they turned out to be $2 a piece. I also purchased some elastic, which I measured around Penelope's belly, and then I just went ahead and sewed it into place so it would just be nice and tight. So once you have your elastic nice and secure, you're going to go ahead and put it around a book, and this is just going to make it easier for you to place your tulle on it. The next step is cutting your pieces of tulle, and this depends on the size of your child and also the length you want your tutu to be. I cut 18-inch pieces because I wanted Penelope's tutu to be 6 to 7 inches long, so that's what I needed. Just remember that this will be folded in half, so you want to keep that in mind. But again, if you have a smaller child or a bigger child, you want to change those measurements. Here's a quick tip. The easiest way and the fastest way to cut your tulle is to wrap it around something that gives you your desired measurement and then just cut all the pieces at once. So once you've cut all your pieces of tulle, it's time for you to start building your tutu. So this is an optional part, but I had a leftover ribbon from my banner, so I went ahead and I just wrapped it around the elastic part over the book, and I did a quick bow on the side, and this is just so at the end when I had my tutu done, I just had a bow to tie around Penelope's waist. You don't have to do this, but I just thought it would be cute. So once you have that ready to go, you could start working on your tutu, and we're pretty much doing the same thing we did for the ribbon banner. Okay, so what I ended up doing was using 3 pieces of tulle at a time. I started with 2, but I didn't think it would give me the effect I wanted. I wanted a really poofy tutu, so I ended up putting 3 pieces on top of each other. Then you're just gonna go ahead and do the same thing that you did with the ribbon. You're gonna fold it in half, make sure you have the same length on both sides, and then you're just gonna grab the little loop you ended up with. And I was gonna go under, but I realized it was easier to go under but through the top. Does that make sense? You guys are watching the video, so I know you'll get it. But I pretty much just grab the 2 loose ends and pull them through the loop, and then you're just gonna go ahead and tighten that up. I am going to say that the material of this ribbon made it a little harder for me to tighten the tulle around it, but it wasn't a big deal. But once you have it nice and tight, you could go ahead and move to your next piece. So again, as far as colors and patterns, it is totally up to you. You could choose whatever you want, but I'm just gonna tell you what I ended up doing and what worked for me. Okay, so after trying out different patterns, what I ended up with was 6 rolls of tulle, and I had 2 shades of teals, 2 shades of purple, and 2 shades of pink. So because I was doing pieces with 3 pieces of tulle, what I ended up doing was mixing the colors alike together. So for example, I will grab 2 dark purple and a light purple and put them together. Then I will grab 2 light teal and a dark teal and put them together. And then I will grab, let's say, 2 hot pink and a light pink and put them together. And then I just pretty much formed a pattern with those, and that's what I took around the whole tutu. I was going to keep all the colors together, so just like the dark purple with the dark purple and not mix them, but I felt like if I mixed them, it just gave the tutu a little more dimension, and I actually loved the way it turned out. So once I finished putting my tulle all around, I found these little sticky rhinestones and Michaels, and I just went ahead and kind of just stuck them all over the tutu to give it a little bling. Here is the ribbon that I showed you I placed, and this is the final product. I absolutely love it. I think it was super cute and it was really easy to make. So the last little project I wanted to show you was Penelope's monthly banner, which was probably my favorite thing. I just really winged it and I was so shocked of how cute it turned out. Okay, so here's everything I used, and pretty much everything is from Target except from the glittery numbers and letters. Those are from Hobby Lobby, and I used a 40% coupon on those, so they turned out to be about $6 a pack. The rest of the items were from Target's Dollar Spot, and they were all $1. So like I said, I was completely winging this, so I had no idea what I was really doing until I had everything in front of me and I figured it out. But the first thing I did was get this construction paper and I did some circle cutouts on it. So I just used a pen. I used this candle holder just because I thought that was the right size for the circles that I wanted, even though I wasn't sure what I was going to use them for. But I just went ahead and drew those in there. I cut them out with scissors, and then I used a scissor with kind of like a cute little shape, and I just went ahead and cut the circles with those, and that's pretty much it. So this is definitely an extra step that you don't really need to do. I actually did not know what I was doing with these until I was putting the garland together, and I just didn't want to let them go to waste because it did take me some time to cut them that I ended up using them, but you don't really need to do this. Okay, so once I was ready to make my garland, the first thing I did was cut out the letters and numbers I needed. These are sticky letters and numbers, which made life so much easier. And then I went ahead and I used these felt shapes that I found at Target's dollar spot. I laid them out in a pattern. Of course, you guys probably think that I'm so crazy, but I just feel like if you're decorating something, a pattern just makes everything look nice and organized and just clean. So once I had my pattern laid out, I just went ahead and started sticking the letters on it, and you go ahead and write whatever you want on these. I decided to do the wonderful written this way because her little onesie that she had for her birthday said wonderful written this way, so this was where I got my inspiration from, but you could go ahead and write whatever you want. So my initial thought was to use the circles that I had cut out to put these letters on them, but once I saw these felt shapes in front of me, I felt like they were going to go great with the doilies, so I decided to put the letters on these. I just wanted to mention that because I am not sure if you could find these little felt shapes anywhere. I bought them, I think, during Valentine's, so I'm not sure if you could get them at Target right now or you could find them at a different store. So I just wanted to let you know that you could use the cutouts and that would look really cute as well. So once you have your letters in place, all you're going to do is just pull them through a string or ribbon using the holes that are already on them. Okay, so for the actual monthly banner, I am using these doilies, and I purchased them at Target, but I know every craft store has them. I purchased pink ones and white ones, and for this I am going to be using the little circles that I cut out before, and I'm actually glad that I did have them because I feel like they incorporated the colors of her party and that looked really nice. And also because the doilies are just paper, they're very just light and flimsy, I felt like this just made them a little more sturdy. So as you can tell, all I did was use this glue stick to glue all the circles onto the center of the doilies. For this I didn't necessarily had a pattern, but I did make sure that I had 6 pink ones and 6 white ones, and I also make sure that I just had a good mixture of all the other colors in the smaller circles. So this is what they ended up looking when I was done, and then we can move on to the pictures. So for the pictures, I just went to CVS and I got printouts for all of Penelope's monthly pictures. I think it was like 30 cents a print, and I just picked for them to have a white border just to make him look a little nicer. Again, pretty simple. All I did was glue the pictures to the doilies. However, for this, I did make sure that I was putting the right picture on the right colored doily for my pattern. So 1 pink, 1 white. The color of the circle wasn't as important, but I did make sure that I had a good spread out of it. So this is what they ended up looking when I was done. So now for the final touches, which is what I think made the banner, I am using the glittery numbers. I am just taking off the back and then I'm just sticking them at the top of all the pictures. So once I have the number where I want it, I am using these tiny little clothespins that I found at Target's dollar spot, but I know you could find everywhere else, and I'm pinning them on top of the number. Then you just repeat this step for all your months. I do want to mention that this pack of glittery letters and numbers don't bring enough ones, and you need one for the first month, for 10th, for 11th, and for 12th. So I ended up just making ones out of letters and random numbers because I wasn't going to buy another pack just for that. But that is it. This is what they look like at the end. I absolutely love the way they turn out. I love that I used the doilies because I feel like it makes it look nice and girly and just different. And then I am using the clothespins to hang them from the string. So this also makes life so easy because you don't need to punch any holes and you don't need to put the string through the holes of the doily or tape them with glue. You're just using the same little clothespins to pin them from the string, and then you're all done. So here's the final product once I got everything hung and placed where I wanted it to be. I absolutely love the way this garland turned out. I'm so glad I made it, and I just absolutely love it. Okay guys, that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got some ideas in case you're decorating for any type of party. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and make sure you give it a thumbs up if you want to see more of this type of videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.